Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going behind the scenes and uncovering some of the most fascinating facts about Hollywood history. Things you probably never knew. From iconic landmarks to legendary films and the stars who made them, get ready for a wild ride through the heart of showbiz. You know that feeling when you first see the Hollywood sign? It's like magic, right? But what if I told you this iconic landmark wasn't always called Hollywood? Back in 1923, it actually read Hollywoodland. It was an advertisement for a real estate development. It wasn't until 1949 that they decided to ditch the land and make it just Hollywood. You'd think Hollywood's first ever movie would have been shot right there in the heart of the action, right? Well, guess again. The first movie made in what we know as Hollywood today was called In Old California, a silent film from 1910 directed by D.W. Griffith. But the very first motion picture ever filmed in California wasn't even in Hollywood. It was a film called A California Indian, shot in 1905. Let's talk about those golden statues, the Oscars. Every actor dreams of holding one, right? But picture this, it's World War II and resources are scarce. What did they make the Oscars out of during the war? Plaster? After the war, winners could trade in their plaster statues for the real deal. Those shiny gold-plated versions we all know and love. The 1940s and 50s were a dark time in Hollywood. Imagine being accused of something you didn't do and having your career ripped away. That's what happened during the Hollywood blacklist. The government accused filmmakers, writers, actors, all sorts of talented people of having ties to communism. They were banned from working, their lives turned upside down. Some, like the legendary Charlie Chaplin, had to leave the country just to keep making movies. Close your eyes and imagine a movie, but there's no sound, just music and title cards for dialogue. That was life before 1927. Then came along a game changer, The Jazz Singer. This wasn't just a movie, it was a revolution. It was the first major film with synchronized sound actors talking, singing, everything. Silent films, as much as we love them, were suddenly yesterday's news. Let's talk about iconic dresses. Marilyn Monroe in The 7-Year Itch. That white dress blowing in the subway breeze. Pure movie magic. But guess what? That legendary dress almost didn't survive. It was tucked away for years and time took its toll. Thankfully, some incredible restoration experts stepped in and saved the day. Remember that spine-tingling horror movie Poltergeist? Well, buckle up, because this fact is even creepier than the movie itself. Remember those skeletons, the ones that terrified audiences everywhere? They weren't props, they were real human bones. Back then, fake skeletons were expensive, so the filmmakers went with the real deal. Who doesn't love a good Easter egg, especially when it comes to Disney movies? Here's a fun fact. Almost every single Disney movie has a hidden Mickey Mouse tucked away somewhere in the film. You might spot his silhouette in the background, or maybe it's a subtle reference in a costume, or even a shadow. Hollywood is all about creating worlds, building sets that transport us to different times and places, but some sets are so incredible they stand the test of time. The oldest existing movie set in Hollywood is from a silent film called Intolerance, released way back in 1917. Imagine giant Babylonian walls still standing today. You can actually visit them at Hollywood and Highland in Los Angeles. When you think of groundbreaking CGI, movies like Jurassic Park and Toy Story probably come to mind, right? But the world of computer-generated imagery actually started much earlier. Believe it or not, the first fully CGI character appeared in Young Sherlock Holmes back in 1985. Remember that scene with the knight stepping out of the stained glass window? Pure CGI magic. Stunt performers are the unsung heroes of Hollywood, risking their lives to bring us those jaw-dropping action sequences. But have you ever wondered who was the very first stuntman? His name was Frank Hanaway, a true daredevil and acrobat. Back in 1903, he performed an incredible stunt in a movie called The Great Train Robbery, leaping onto a moving horse. We all love the moment Dorothy steps out of that sepia-toned Kansas farmhouse and into the vibrant land of Oz. It's iconic. But here's a surprise. The Wizard of Oz wasn't the first color movie ever made. That honor goes to a film called The Gulf Between, released back in 1917. Sadly, most of it is lost to history. But the first truly successful color film was Becky Sharp, released in 1935 using 3-strip Technicolor. Imagine a time before traffic jams on the 405, before everyone and their mother had a car. Believe it or not, Hollywood used to have a secret weapon for getting around, an underground trolley system. It was called the Pacific Electric Railway, and it connected all the major studios and neighborhoods. Actors, crew members, everyone hopped on the trolley to get to set. But as cars became more popular, the trolley system faded away. Some movies come and go, but then there's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This 1975 cult classic is a phenomenon. It holds the record for the longest-running theatrical release of all time. That's right, it played in select theaters non-stop for over 30 years. Have you ever strolled down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, past those iconic stars embedded in the sidewalk? Each one tells a story. But did you know that each star is handcrafted and costs a whopping $50,000? And guess who foots the bill? The honoree's sponsor. And here's a bonus fact. Muhammad Ali's star is the only one not on the sidewalk. It's placed on a wall to honor his request that his name not be walked upon. And that's a wrap on the most interesting Hollywood history facts. Can you believe all the secrets and surprises hidden behind the glitz and glamour? Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep that Hollywood spirit alive.